welcome to the Liverpool Community Podcast. I'm your host, Chase Johnson Lynch. And once again, we're here with the Audible Amazon Project, where we talk to local artists who will come here to collaborate on music and lyrics and work in concert with one another, as well as learning a lot about the music industry. One of these artists has come all the way from far away. She'll probably say as far away as Boodle, but I mean, you'll tell. But welcome, Selene. How you doing, Selene?
Hello, hi. I'm good, thank you. How are you? How are you, Chase?
You know what? My arms are tired because I flew in here. But no, seriously. No, I mean, like, the thing about it is I just thought it was important because, like, you are living in Liverpool, obviously.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, when we were talking about background, it's like we got, like, lost in the weeds because we were talking about your grandfather who has a great story and coming all the way from Hungary. And then you said, no, I'm not Hungarian, I'm Swiss. I'm like, oh, geez, I got to work my notes. So, basically, so you're from Swiss? And that means you're from Switzerland?
I'm from Switzerland, I'm Swiss, yeah.
I forgot that for a second. Yeah, all right. And so, how long you been in Liverpool?
In Liverpool, I've been here since 2019, so 5 years.
All right. So, but through the pandemic, haven't you?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because it's like when they usually ask artists, like how long you been, performing for, like kind of like professionally. A lot of them go, well, all the way back to the womb, right? I'm like, all right, but let's be real, all right. And then you said you were like performing since, I believe you said since you were like 17, right?
Yeah.
And everything. So for about 7 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Not really.
Well, for me, it feels like
it's
an achievement, kind of.
That's true. But do you believe in that theory around, like, you need about 10 years before you actually pop off?
I've never heard that theory before.
Well, it's like a lot of artists, when, like, we see them, we see that video, we see them on some television show and go, oh, wow, that person's fantastic, and everything. And they're like, yeah, I've been working for 10 years. You know what I mean? I mean, would you say that you've been, like, doing this for a long time, working at your craft?
Definitely. I've been working on it longer than I have been performing, for sure.
Well, because obviously English is not your first language, is it?
No.
So, I mean, because when we were talking about, some of your songs and stuff, you were giving me the actual Hungarian or Swiss names for them. So when you sing, because I know you're working on an EP, but when you sing, what do you find comfortable?
So
singing in English or in your own language?
English. This is going to throw a spanner in the works for you, but...
Of course it is. I'm just used to spanners.
Just strap it in. Be prepared. I've lived in the UK since, 2007, 2008. Mm-hmm. So I've been here for the majority of my life now. So I'm quite comfortable with my English. In terms of the song that I'm releasing in Swiss, it's more of...
pride?
Yeah. It's more... It feels more... like a little baby, like a little gift, not all my music is in Swiss. I think that's probably the only song. It just so happens to be the next song that's coming out.
No, I dig you because I mean, like as you said that you do have an EP that you're working on, right?
Yeah.
And everything. So not all of those are in Swiss, and everything. But what's interesting is that. What I like, actually, sometimes what I like about other languages is the translation, the English translation.
Yeah.
So you said you have a music video on your YouTube channel.
I do, yes.
Right, which we'll put on the screen, at Omnia_Selene and everything. But this song, I'm going to go for it, people. This song is called Omnia Mia Mi Comporto.
That's pretty accurate.
Please tell me how great that was.
I won't rate it.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
All right. But what it means is all I have is on me.
Yes, it does.
Tell me about that. That is mad powerful.
So, where do I begin? So, it's a quote from Cicero.
Okay.
Cicero wrote about this great, I want to say king who went traveling out to seas. And he got into a massive storm, and his entire crew drowned, all of his belongings on that ship destroyed, everything gone, and he ended up shipwrecked on an island.
And then
he
destroyed the Tempest?
Maybe?
Yeah, I
Maybe?
think so.
And then he says, all I have is on me. Omnia mea me comporto. So all that you have on you is you.
Is
you
it
know?
is it more like taking responsibility for your own actions?
Yeah, yeah. And you're a collection of your own experiences. And yeah. I suppose, yeah, taking accountability.
Yeah.
But less the accountability side, more the recognizing yourself as a whole being of
Yeah.
all your parts, everything that you've been through.
We're all the sum of our parts.
Yes, that's another way of putting it.
See how clever I am, I swear, you know what I mean?
yeah.
See, Phil's not here to like tell me I'm not clever. I'm joined by a new engineer in the studio.
Tell you it's about Selene.
All right. That's what I was gonna name the new engineer. I won't now.
It's not about me.
Okay. Anyway, so as I asked you about your song stylings, you said you were like more of a contemporary pop artist.
Yes, yeah.
Push that mic stand down.
You said you were.
This one, the one that you're not using.
Which one?
The one that you're not using.
All right. So cut to her, and then I can push it down, so that way you don't have to edit.
Is it over?
Then she went down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Anyway.
I'll dress it.
Yeah. All the things I'm not responsible for. All right. Okay.
Oh, well.
As a presenter.
It's a engineer job. Shush.
All right. So anyway, as a contemporary pop artist, like I asked you, okay, can you give me an example of like the sound that you and you mentioned Imogen Hoop or Imogen Heap?
Heap. Yes.
Yeah. Now, reason why I wanted to name it because I'm pretty sure somebody out there knows her because
Yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
a song called Hide and Seek, which is probably a song I know, but not off the top of my head.
Yes.
So, but is that like kind of like a style you're more loving as your style?
I definitely take a lot of inspiration from her. She tackles music and takes on music in a very, I guess, contemporary way. She likes to take tracks and split them up and reverse them and use them as instruments and things like that. And I really like doing that. I'm very big on production, but within that, I still love the like parameters that pop gives you.
Yeah.
So I like to switch it around a little bit.
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
No, that's great. That's great. Now, coming to the Audible project, a lot of the artists will say, I got contacted by Roy, and everything else like that. When you did get to reach out about this project that we're running here, why did you want, or what did you hope to learn by participating in the Audible Amazon project?
That is a good question. I think I was more curious about the collaboration side of things.
Yeah.
I really wanted to see, because I think it came at a perfect time. I'm in a bit of a writer's block for this EP. And I get really in my own head, overthink the words. And then you say it so many times that it doesn't make sense. And is this good enough? Blah, 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 blah. So it was the perfect way to sort of get out of my head and see how other people do it and collaborate in that way and like receive honest feedback. One thing that we discussed about actually was like how if you're around, what's the term? Yes men, is that a thing? Right?
Yeah.
If you're around them, then you don't really know what's good and what's not good because everyone's like, no, that sounds good.
Yeah, man, that's great, man. You're great. You're fantastic.
Yeah. And like it's good to have validation, obviously, and they mean
Yeah.
well. And,
Yeah, they mean well.
but it's I like having other like-minded people talk about what I'm doing, and either knowing I'm on the right track or knowing what to improve and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping, and I think I'm getting it.
Yeah, because, basically, so in collaborating, you joined forces with Beth Hubbard.
Yes.
And everything, and to create this song. Now, even though the song doesn't have a title, there's a lot of meaning behind it because, like, she talked a lot about how, even though you're from different worlds, you manage to find a connection with one another, which is one of the things that the Audible Project really validates, like why it's important. So let's talk a little bit about that from your perspective, like, because she said you guys were talking a lot about hard times, past times, generational trauma.
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And now you might say, "Oh, that's a little bit depressing," but then again, is you had to put it into a song. So, can you tell me
Sure.
about it from your perspective?
I mean,
That collaboration process.
yeah. I mean, it is quite a depressing song within itself, but
I love depressing songs, by the way. So.
yeah, it's a lot more fun to write with, I guess, because it's healing as well.
It has
right?
heart. Yeah, exactly. It has heart.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't connect to someone's heart, then what's the point, right?
Exactly.
But go ahead. So tell me about it from your perspective.
So the process. Where did we begin? So when we were teaming up, I asked the question of what themes do people gravitate towards in their music, and I think I said how at the moment with my EP, I'm exploring a lot of themes of like water within nature, feminism, and generational trauma. And then me and Beth teamed up because we liked the same soundtrack, instrumental, I guess. And we got talking about what we're interested in, and she mentioned that generational trauma struck a chord within her, and it was something that she was interested in exploring as well. And so we sort of got talking about our family histories, and yeah, like I guess I'm just going to repeat what she said, but there was, even though our experiences are quite different, the same results or conclusions come from it, like not being able to go back to a place that once was a safe place, or it's like a reflection, a sad nostalgia in a way, right? Like it was once you I don't know how to phrase it. You reflect back on who you were at the time, and maybe you feel like you didn't take it all in, and there's like regrets there. And
but isn't it also more like giving voice to your pain?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like being able to look inside yourself to find yourself. And a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people like to kind of like have blinders on and walk through life as if blind and not see. But best place is to look inside.
Yeah, definitely.
For where the core is and everything, and then that helps to heal.
And like with art, it's a really good crutch to dealing with these things.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to have the exact words for it. I mean, for the lyrics, it helps.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
But you don't have to have the exact words. You can just almost like art vomit, you know?
No.
Bring it out.
It just sounds fantastic. Just the fact that you would attempt to do a track like that, you know, and everything. So basically, I mean, as far as yourself as an artist, you said you're working on your EP.
Yeah.
It's going to be your first EP.
Yes. Yeah.
And everything like that. And like, how many songs in are you?
Ooh. At the moment, it's looking like 4, maybe 5.
So
if I can get it done in time.
Right. Because I mean, basically, you said one song in particular is kind of like the new song that you're working on, and that is Going Forward.
Yes. Fort nur fort.
What?
Fort nur fort. It sounds like fart, doesn't it? I don't mean it. It's Swiss.
Sounded like
it
fort
means
to me.
It means like forwards, only forwards, right? Going forwards.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
I tell you, I just love the meaning of words. And so, what are you suggesting with that song about? How could someone go forward?
What?
Is it that they have to leave something behind, or you know, do you promote that they are looking for something better outside of themselves? I feel like a psychologist.
Yeah.
I feel like you're on my couch.
This is great. You hit the nail on the head with the first one, I think. It's more about leaving stuff behind.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot of nature imagery in my work. The song itself talks about... I'm trying to translate it in my head as I'm speaking. It talks about ripping up a map and just going forwards.
Yeah.
And I'm lost in this forest, but I'm just going to dance through it, I think. That's part of the translation. Yeah. And it's about not being able to go back. You have to keep going forward. And this map almost, it's an erasure of that part of your life. It's like burying it, I guess. Within the context of the EP, I think the reason why it makes sense is the formatting of this EP, hopefully, it's working at the moment, but it's tough because I'm in my own head, as I already said. Is I want it to form a storyline,
for each track, you mean, or
like together. It tells a story throughout. So like specific part of the story plot.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Should I tell a little bit about the story?
Well, it's like a chapter and verse. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And it's about this person who wakes up and is covered in vines, and they are suffocating them, and they have to tear away from it. And the vines are like a monster in a way. You know, the roots of a tree and vines, something like that.
Well, me as a horror fan, it reminds me of the movie Evil Dead, but I know how that ends.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, maybe. I do like the idea of it being more surrealist. Maybe not horror.
I know you don't want this ending, but like,
I don't know if I have the budget for it.
No, that's what they all say.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, no. So escapes and then runs away, and the only place where these vines cannot survive or live is in the ocean. So this person just walks to the bottom of the ocean. And that's kind of a very vague version of it.
No, but
There's
I get it.
more
I get your imagery that was very vivid and stuff like that. And that's mostly the important thing, isn't it? Do you have any performances that are coming up?
Performances? Yes, I do. With Big Condo Records.
Oh, wow.
On the 28th of February.
Yeah.
So that's in, oh my goodness, we're in February now, aren't we? So that's in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that. It's the end of the month, the last day of the month. And do you by any chance know where the location is?
If it's what I'm thinking, is that what Carmelina?
No.
That's Sport Carmelina?
It's the Refreshers one.
Oh, Refreshments, yeah.
Refreshments,
yeah. Yeah.
In the brewery, I think
Oh,
it is, right?
okay. It's a local one. Okay, yeah.
That's my next performance.
Oh, wow. So I mean, have you done performances before locally?
Yeah. I mean, I'm relatively new as an artist. As you can see by the one YouTube video that I have and the one single I have released. But in terms of performance, I've done loads. I'm with a jazz band, a big band, and we perform a little bit all over. It's part of my university, and I sing for them. And for Eurovision, we sang on the main stage.
Oh, right, down on the docks, like by the pierhead.
Yeah. We did
that.
Nice
one. That was a big, performance.
It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. From that, I actually realized, I need to keep singing. And do my own thing a little bit.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's excellent, Selene. And I also was saying to Selene, I actually know what Selene means because it's like kind of like the moon goddess. I think it's the Roman moon goddess because like Diana is the Greek moon goddess, and something like that.
Selene is the Greek.
Okay, so Selene is the Greek moon goddess.
Diana. It's the other way around, I think.
At least I was somewhat right. Yeah. But no, it's a cool name though. I love that.
Is,
and everything and stuff. So if you want to find Selene, like she said that she's on. Your tag is all your socials, right? It's both YouTube and Spotify and.
Spotify is just Selene, all caps.
Just Selene.
Selene. And then for YouTube, it's at Omnia-Selene. And then for my Instagram, it's omnia.selene. Yeah.
Okie dokie. So,
I think that's all of them.
Yeah. I think if you type some of it, it'll come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how that is. Yeah. And everything like that. But it's been fantastic talking to you there, Selene.
It's been great. Thank you so much.
I mean, now I got to tell you, Selene is supposed to be old hat at this podcasting thing and everything. How did I do? Say it on camera, though.
Chase was an absolute pleasure to work with. He's an amazing presenter. The sound engineer is nodding her head. She's having a great time.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Would do this again.
She won't cut to me, though, for me to get that accolade, though.
And all the pronunciations were just perfect. All my Swiss viewers understood exactly what he was saying.
Great. Yeah. I'm going to use that as my own personal cap cut. So anyway, Selene, I want to thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm not. Anyway, I'm saying something. Let's just, for now, we out of here.